Hello and welcome to episode 100.
Oh, right, okay. I was like, Jesus, what the fuck is going on?
Well, it's a milestone then.
It is a milestone.
100 episodes, not including specials, is a big thing. Welcome everybody. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, comment down below on this week's topics. And if you are listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. With that all being said, we'll pad it out a little bit so we can get through the traffic. Pad. And how are you, Ben?
That was terrible padding.
I know.
For someone who's called Paddy, you should be better at padding.
Well, we established last week we don't even know if my name is Paddy, because apparently we just call me Patrick.
Well, you know, you're one of them, aren't you?
Indeed.
How am I? Well, Paddy.
Well.
It's been a week.
Oh, dear.
Normally, I like to finish the day every day with, like, my inbox at 0.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you went with the inbox.
I like to finish my week with a wank! But yeah, I like to finish my day, like, every day with my inbox at 0. Yes. And this week has been ridiculously busy. Yeah. And I'm just watching my volume of work just run away from me.
Okay.
So as I said, normally I like to have my inbox at 0.
Yep.
No, I don't ever hit 0. It's normally about between 3 and 5. Yeah. Manageable.
Yeah.
Finished today with 30 in my inbox. Yeah. Do you know what the problem is?
Do tell.
I'm too fucking good at my job. So some of my bigger customers, they have 2 agents because you never, just in case.
Okay.
And usually they split the work volume 50-50.
Yep.
But 2 of my bigger customers I basically turn around going, we hate our other agent. We can't get rid of them because the higher ups are saying we need to have 2 agents.
Right.
But we're basically going to give you 90% of the work and then 10%.
Right, okay.
To the point, one of my customers, she slipped up the other day and I actually saw, like, she sent me something she shouldn't have.
Okay.
And I saw the volumes and everything.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, she had 50 containers with me, or Grange.
Yeah.
And 5 containers with the other agent.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it's just like, I'm busy, but it's because I'm too good at my job. And I'm just like, I'm fucking,
Yeah.
Maybe I need to do what these agents do and just be shit at the job.
Yeah, well, we established last week that's not a good thing.
No. But because of that, I've got nothing really to say because I'm just been so busy. I'm literally going to work, nearly crying at my desk.
Yeah.
Someone call me DJ Khaled because I'm suffering from success.
Oh, God.
But yeah. You.
Me? What have I done now? I've done nothing. Please, I'm innocent.
You cursed me.
Oh, okay, then maybe I did.
Either last week or the week before, we were talking about my little slug problem.
Yes.
And you said, maybe they're coming in from the ceiling.
Yes.
So...
I was right.
Well.
What?
Saturday night, I'm cooking my tea.
Yeah.
No slugs.
Okay.
I eat my tea. 2 hours later, I go back in to get a drink, and there's a slug on the kitchen counter.
Right.
And I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Because not only is it on top of the kitchen counter, but it's on top of the bit of the kitchen counter that sticks out because there's shelves underneath.
Yes.
So it's like, how have you gotten there?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm looking up at the ceiling and I can't see any slug trails, but it was just the fact that 2 days prior to that, you'd been like, they're coming through the ceiling. I was like, you cursed me.
Well, I didn't know because you're the one. Your dad is the one that tried to fix the ceiling with bloody duct tape. Okay. If anybody should be blamed, it should be your dad, not me.
Curse me. If you can say something stupid like, Ben, you'll win the lottery next week or something. Come on, just say it.
Okay. Oh, Paddy, you'll win the lottery next week. Because if anybody's going to win, it's going to be me.
Well, now you said that isn't going to happen.
Well, obviously not.
But yeah. It's just been a week where
just one of them,
I'm just struggling to do anything. I'm literally finishing work, coming home, basically trying not to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Which I know is real fun and interesting to listen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so apart from my ongoing slug problem,
nothing
to report. Paddy, how are you?
Well, Ben, I've been basically with pretty much the same situation as you. It has been, what is supposed to be the quiet period, has been manic this week. It has been constantly, full on, to the point of where, you only as you do in hospitality, quiet week, quiet time, you kind of cut back on staff. You're not like majorly, but you just kind of, you try to predict on what you, how busy you're going to be. Mm-hmm. Did not predict last week very well. Like Saturday was fully booked to the point of, I mean, this wasn't even our fault, but we were having people like rocking up and going, oh yeah, we're an hour 6. Oh yeah. And like, you know those, you see the TikToks and the reels of those people going, like taking the piss out of like customer work, how customers come in and they go, oh hi, we've got a table for 4, but you're now a table of 10, but you didn't seem to tell us, but now it's just going to be our problem. Yeah. It was like that kind of weekend.
Woo.
I had like 7 people around a table of 4 because I just had, this.
That looks very road closed.
That does look very road closey. Like.
Oh, right.
Okay. To maps.
To the sat-navs.
How? But there wasn't, can you go through that way?
Pass. Yeah, there was no signs. There was right at, the Premier Inn. But it said road closed and then it had a sign pointing. I thought that meant road closed down the road by the Premier Inn.
Oh, okay.
Not by this road.
Not by Suffolk Food Hall. Interesting. We shall have to loop back. I think that's what we can do, to be honest.
Well, we will see.
What an episode 100 we're having.
Yes, it wants me
to ooey.
To ooey.
I think that's what this person's trying to do as well. Right, bear with us, people, as we ooey. Anyway, so it was just like...
Ooh, Rabbit
3. So yeah, it was just full on manic, basically. Loads of people just turning up. We had people turning up and go like, yeah, we've got a table of 4, but we're a 6 now. There were people turning up and we're saying, oh yeah, we're a 6, but we're a 7. There was just extra tables being pulled out of everywhere because you couldn't kind of like, didn't have the staff to do like the back room.
Right.
Because it was like...
Because you didn't forecast.
Because you didn't, like, it was like completely unpredictable. Like, it was just one of those random days in hospitality where everybody and their mothers decided to come.
Yeah.
And there was nothing you could do.
Yeah.
So, like, it was just manic. It was stressful. It was horrible.
I don't need maps. I can just go the normal quick way.
Yeah. We'll just do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was basically it. That was the sum of my week. Very stressful, very full on, was not pleasant.
Yeah.
And then, like, you going home and then trying not to fall asleep because I've been on the day shifts. Yeah. So, like, it's just been full on. Been trying to catch up on TV, been trying to catch up on shows, but, you know, it's just like, you're just, like, so exhausted. I was going to bed at, like, 8:30, 9:15.
Oh, I have another thing I want to complain about.
Do it.
So, as you are aware, looking to buy my first home.
Indeed.
Adulting.
As we do.
But of course that means I'm now like trying to look at utilities and home insurance and contents insurance and all these things. Yeah. So of course I'm doing all the online like comparing websites. And every time you build a quote, it always ends with do you want to let the top best like results to contact you? Yeah. And every single time I have picked no. Guess how many fucking phone calls I've had today?
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, oh yeah, well we're calling about your quote, blah blah blah. I'm like, yes, but I also chose do not contact me.
Yeah. But they just don't seem to. I'm sure like it's a case of it's the same with like cookies. You decline all cookies and then you still get all the all the ads and everything else. So it's like actually,
what's the point?
It's like exactly that. It's pointless. There's no point declining or accepting them because you're going to get them no matter what anyway.
Yeah. And it's just like, but I mean, to be fair, I've been talking to them, one, because it gives me a break from work.
Yeah.
Because they've all been calling during work hours.
Yeah.
And 2, I've just been going, no, I don't own the house yet. No, this is all just in
preparation.
In preparation, I'm investigating, I'm looking into it. No.
Yeah. So, no, I get what you mean. It is frustrating in that sense.
But yeah, and I'm just on the phone call, I'm like, I said no. I said don't contact me.
Leave me alone.
And then I'm like, can I sue? Am I allowed to sue? Because they've gone against what I've asked.
Yeah. They're breaching it. So, potential.
Another
hate crime, Ben.
Another hate crime. Oh! That reminds me of something else.
Oh my God, Ben's memory is working today, people.
It's the keywords.
Okay.
Vandal or hate crime.
Okay.
Because we've had a vandalism at work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, someone threw a stone through a window whilst we were all in there.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. So our
People
window.
have worked out where you work, Ben.
Yeah, someone who's one of these films that we've absolutely trashed and thrown a stone.
So, Martin Scorsese's outside going, how dare you?
What's it, Capoletto? He's like, it's a masterpiece!
Coppola, Ben.
That one. Look, I don't care.
Anyway, go.
Our windows are very, very clean. To the point where birds fly into them quite a lot.
Oh, okay.
So when we hear the first click, we all think it's another bird. But we, naturally, you hear something hit the windows, you look up, and because usually we look up, we laugh at the bird, and then there's one lady who's like really into her animal. She will go out, wrap it in a towel, put it in a box, nurse it back to health, and release it back to the wild. Good on her.
Well done.
A-star. But anyway, so we hear the first click against the window. We all look up. Can't see anything, and then all of a sudden we just see this. The glass just shattered like as something second gets thrown.
Wow.
So of course we all jump to our feet. The boss goes running out, and it was hilarious because he goes, "Oh, you fucker, get back here!" But like by the time the window had broken, the person had scarpered.
Yeah.
So it was like, and because they'd thrown it over the fence.
Yeah.
So in order to catch him, the boss would have had to run round the fence and everything, and it was just like, there's no point. He's gone.
Yeah.
But anyway, naturally, we call the police.
Yeah.
Police don't want to know anything about it.
Yes.
They're like, okay, we've noted it. We will call you back later with an incident report, and then you can give that incident report number to your insurers to get the repair of the blah blah blah. We're still waiting for that.
Yeah.
And one colleague was like, I'm surprised they haven't replied back. Why are they not replying back? And I was like, oh, they've got more important things. They need to go after the people who say mean things online. And then we were talking, and it's like, we finally got the CCTV working. We watched it back, and we've actually spotted it. It's a fucking teen.
Classic.
So, he's probably...
Youth.
But, he's probably, like, real cool amongst his friends now.
Yeah.
But anyway, we saw the Rocky through. We found the rock. Mm-hmm. And everything. But this colleague, she was like, I don't know why the police aren't replying. I don't know why the police aren't replying. I was like, look, we found the rock. Why don't we carve the word faggot into it? And we can call it a hate crime. The police will be round in seconds. Because that's what they go for. They go for hate crimes.
Yeah.
They've
got quotas to meet.
They've got quotas to meet. If we scroll the word faggot into it or something, and
Yeah, no, I don't dispute that.
And everyone just looked at me and was like, what are you talking about? I was like, trust me.
I know what I'm talking about, people.
They don't care that some youth has thrown a rock through at our windows, but they care if someone's being homophobic.
Exactly.
And now, preface that, I'm not promoting homophobia. Yeah. I'm not promoting hate crimes.
It's a bad thing, people. Don't do it.
It's a bad thing. Don't do it. I'm gay. It's all, it's all light. It's all funny. It's all a joke.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if we want a response from the police, we need to make it something more sensational.
Yeah. Rather than just a rock.
Yeah. Thrown by a youth.
Trying to be cool.
Like I said, I bet he's like the coolest person amongst all his friends now.
He's now part of the group.
And I was just thinking, because me and you, we never did shit like that, did we?
No, that's because we're nerds.
I mean, we're nerds who never got invited anywhere.
Yeah. That's why we never did it.
When I say that to people and they go, I'm sure that's not the case. And I'm like, the whole year had a prom after party at one guy's house. And our group of 9 people were not invited. We were the only people not invited.
I don't think it wasn't that we weren't invited. I think we would have always done our own group thing anyway.
We probably would have, but none of us got invited.
I feel like the person that actually hosted the party did.
Maybe.
I feel like that. I feel like she did.
If she said we bumped into her and she was like, yeah, I got invited, but I chose not to because I was hosting ours, I would fully believe it.
Yeah.
But
she was almost kind of like she dibbed.
She dabbled into the popular group.
Yeah, she was there.
But you should have been invited because you dabbled in the God Squad.
Well, there was that.
You dabbled in the God Squad. Come on, admit it.
But also, you think like year 7 and year 8. I also used to hang around with a couple of the like not troublemakers, but like the class clowns.
Yeah.
And I was still friends with those people until this day. So I could have been there.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get an invite. It was never on the cards for me.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I'm not hurt. I don't think about it anymore.
He just cries himself to sleep every night about it.
I still have a tux and a corsage. And I just dress up in the mirror and I'm like, this is going to be the night. It's going to be my night.
Right. Okay.
Oh, terrible.
That was a bit odd. Anyway, let's digress.
Digress? No. Let's get back on track, you mean? We've digressed enough.
No, I meant like digress from your whatever that was. Right, anyway. Oh, God.
Are you okay? I've
completely lost my whole train of thought. It's completely put me off.
Movie, film.
Let's do it. Okay. Let's talk film. We've just been to see Transformers 1.
Yes.
Do you want to go first?
I should go first because I think you went first last time.
I did.
It's a decent kids film.
It is.
It serves, if it had a target, if who is it, Paramount?
Yes.
If Paramount sat this film down in a end of year 1-to-1 of this is your target, I would say it meets expectations. It does what it needs to do. It sells the merchandise. Yeah. Because no doubt there's going to be merchandise from this film.
Oh, I've already got one in my shopping cart for my nephew for Christmas.
Case in point. So this film you can tell it's made to sell merchandise because there's moments where like the characters do a specific pose and you're like, that's what the pose the action figures are going to do. Yeah.
100%.
So it's there to sell. It's there to sell merchandise and there to interest rates. And I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
We were all bought into it. I remember like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
They were all made. Like the TV shows were made to sell merchandise.
Oh yeah.
So we're all in it and everything at some point.
Every generation has it.
Every generation has it. Because you're going to bring this up, so I'm not going to say too much. But my only gripe with it is because whilst it's perfectly serviceable as a kids' film and it does its job of selling the merchandise, I don't think kids are going to have the attention span in it. I was sitting there going, I could see little kids starting to lose interest here.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it kind of falls down on itself.
Yeah.
If you're an older person who's got more of an attention span, you'll be fine with it. But little kids who this is supposed to be directed to, I think they're going to struggle.
See, I would argue that this isn't like maybe potentially for the smaller kids.
No, it's 5 to 10.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to have... The way I see it is, it sounds really silly, like, this is a PG. It's not
It is a PG, yes.
So I feel like a PG is more of a slightly bigger kid.
Yeah.
So, like, as opposed to a U, which is like all ages.
Yeah.
But I don't disagree with what you mean on that front.
But yeah, the comedy was fine. Of course, a few jokes didn't land.
Yeah.
But there was a few jokes that did land. Which is always great, especially when you're an adult watching a kids' film. If there's a joke that actually makes you laugh, it's good time.
Yes, it is. There was a few of them.
Because normally, as an adult watching a kids' film, you see the jokes coming from a mile off because they have to set them up a lot more for kids to understand.
Yeah.
So for it to actually make you laugh is kind of actually, it's doing its job well.
Yeah.
Very colourful, very bright. You know what? For a Michael Bay film, not very many explosions. Which is interesting, because surely it's cheaper to do explosions in an animated film.
Well, yeah, you would have thought so, yeah.
But yeah, I'm okay with it. It's a kids' film that does the job.
Yeah.
And I have no gripes with it.
Yeah.
And that's all I can really say about it.
That's fair.
What about you, Paddy?
I agree. I do feel like, I said to you, I feel like this is like a movie of two halves. I feel like the first half is more smaller kid, and then the second half is more bigger kid.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the themes changed, and it almost got quite serious in the second half.
Yeah.
And like the first half was very much like, I don't know about you, but when we were watching it, like I don't understand how they do this in animated movies, because it's almost like the camera was all over the place, but it's not a camera because it's an animation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there was bits where, like, I was struggling, like, for example, like, the race.
The race, yeah.
Like, the camera seemed all over the place, and it was like they were trying to do shaky cam, but it was like an animation. You don't need that. I feel like it was losing bits of what was going on. But like I said, overall, like the second half, I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah, you leant forward.
I was
invested.
I was invested in this movie. I enjoyed the character development. I enjoyed where the story arc was going. Yes, the story is predictable, and you can tell who the bad guys are and everything from the start.
Yeah.
It was all very much like that. But
I think it helped that you obviously had nostalgia glasses as well. I didn't watch it as a kid. I don't know whether it wasn't allowed to watch it or had no interest in it, but I didn't watch it as a kid. But yeah, I think so. You had a bit of nostalgia about that.
I enjoyed that. I liked the Transformers, and TV shows, and I've watched several iterations of them over the years. I mean, the fact that this is obviously. I feel like we're going to have, like, the live action is going to be, like, will now forever be, like, a 12 onwards. And this is for, like, the younger generations to then get them into, like, the Michael Bay ones.
Yeah.
Like, this is your starting, this is going to be it, you're going to watch these, and then when you get older, you're going to find out about the Megan Fox one, and you're going to be like, basically. But yeah, I thought it was really enjoyable. I thought it was clever. Yes, the story is predictable, but you have to take into account that it is a kids' film.
Yeah.
Like you think about like some movies that we've been to see where the story's predictable and it's not a kids' film. You're like, well, this is blatantly obviously going to happen, and it does.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like it's almost okay within a kids' film.
Yeah, because a kid doesn't have the same kind of foresight that an adult would. So a kid.
No.
Like, the plot twist okay, when the plot twist happened, me and you both sort of
was like,
fake,
oh my God,
But to a kid, that's probably going to be like, oh my God!
I've just shit a brick.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked. Yeah. No, I and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a fault, but I feel like, not that I am, but if I was, a dad and I was taking my son or my daughter to go see this, I feel like it would have also been an enjoyable time as a parent to go watch it with my kid.
Yeah.
Let alone two 31-year-olds going with some friends.
Who are even older than 31.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I just, I thought it was a good time. One thing I did want to bring up as well, voice acting. Obviously, like I was saying to you earlier, this is only the maybe one other time that Peter Cullen is not the voice of Optimus Prime. I feel like Chris Hemsworth did a good job. He's tried to carry on that legacy of I am the important person, but while still almost having the Chris Hemsworthness to it.
It's like a higher pitch Peter Cullens with a slight Australian accent.
Yeah. And everybody loves an accent.
Everyone loves an accent.
You know what I mean? So, I thought it was good. Scarlett Johansson was in it. Always good, reuniting Thor and Black Widow.
Yes.
Into a new franchise. I thought it was good. My standout for me, actually, voice-wise, was Brian Tyrese Henry as Megatron.
Oh, right, yeah.
He obviously plays Miles' dad in the Spider-Verse ones. He's obviously one of the Eternals. I think he's a very good actor, and I feel like he's again, kids film working with a basic script, but he's putting that emotion and emphasis into it. And I thought he was very good. You can feel the pain and the hatred in his voice and, the character development of what is later on Megatron. I thought it was very good. Ooh, see click. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good serviceable movie, for an evening out. I thought it was good. Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Paddy has cursed me with slugs.
Yes.
Comparison websites. If I click do not contact, don't contact me.
Don't contact. Now, I'm sure that's against the law.
Yes, I'm pretty sure too. Throwing stones as a kid. So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Be well If you book a table of 4 and then rock up as a 6 and or 7, piss the fuck off.
I'm going to... If you book a table of 4 and turn up as a table of 7, I am well within my right to split the table up.
I am well within my right to say, piss the fuck off.
Piss off, or literally, right, 4 of you over there, 3 of you over there.
Oh, I have
and
done
literally
that before.
put them on either end of the restaurant.
My favourite one is when you notice somebody's got... I haven't... This has happened before, hand to God, that they've gone... You call up and go, oh, I've noticed that you've got a table of 4 and a table of 3 booked. Is that a mistake? Do you want me to cancel one? Oh, no, we couldn't book a table of 7 online, so we booked a 4 and a 3. And I go, okay, well, you do realise you're now on different parts of the restaurant and we can't move your tables because of people requesting things. So you will be on different, complete sides of the restaurant. Oh, well, that's not helpful. Well, you should have called and booked as opposed to trying to book online and couldn't.
Yes.
Twat.
And Busy Lives makes non-entertaining podcasts.
Yeah. It happens occasionally.
Yes.
Transformers 1, serviceable film, enjoyable. Interested to see if they do if it makes enough money to carry it on. I'd definitely go watch a sequel, I think.
Look out for the merchandise.
Yeah. Pay for a little bit because it will help the movie. And also episode 100.
Woo!
But with that all being said, have you been seeing Transformers 1? Have you had slugs? Have you rocked up to a have you rocked up to a restaurant as a 6 when you booked for a 4? Let us know down below. You can email us at sliceoffrygoldpod@gmail.com. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and please do give us a 5-star review if you're listening to us on Spotify. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.
Bye guys.